Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is facing a growing storm of criticism over his controversial decision to support a Republican-led bill aimed at averting a government shutdown. The move, perceived by many as a capitulation to the GOP, has ignited a firestorm within his own party, with calls for his resignation reaching a fever pitch. This latest wave of backlash represents a significant escalation in the pressure on Schumer, who has already weathered considerable criticism for his leadership style. The situation is further complicated by the fact that the controversial bill contains several provisions that are deeply unpopular among progressive Democrats. These include substantial cuts to social programs, deregulation measures that environmental groups vehemently oppose, and a series of tax breaks heavily favoring corporations and the wealthy. The first crack in the Democratic ranks appeared earlier this week when Maryland Representative Glenn Ivey, a rising star within the party, publicly called for Schumer's resignation. Speaking candidly to constituents at a town hall meeting, Ivey acknowledged Schumer's long and distinguished career, but argued that a change in leadership was now necessary to revitalize the party and effectively counter the Republican agenda. Ivey's statement, a rare act of public dissent within the tightly knit Democratic caucus, sent shockwaves through Washington, signaling a growing discontent with Schumer's leadership. The sentiment expressed by Ivey is echoed by many within the Democratic base, who feel betrayed by the perceived compromise with the Republicans. Several prominent progressive voices have voiced their outrage, arguing that Schumer's decision sets a dangerous precedent, potentially emboldening Republicans to push for further concessions in the future. The fear is that such appeasement will ultimately weaken the party's ability to advance its legislative agenda and protect the interests of its constituents. Further fueling the flames of discontent is the perception that the bill's concessions extend beyond mere budgetary compromises. Critics point to certain provisions that appear to favor specific corporate interests, particularly those aligned with tech mogul Elon Musk. This perceived favoritism towards powerful corporate entities has angered many within the party who believe Schumer should be prioritizing the needs of ordinary Americans. One prominent Democratic congresswoman, speaking on condition of anonymity, expressed her deep disappointment, stating, "There are members of Congress who have won Trump-held districts in some of the most difficult territory in the United States who walked the plank and took innumerable risks in order to defend the American people. Just to see Senate Democrats even consider acquiescing to Elon Musk, I think, is a huge slap in the face." This sentiment underscores the depth of the anger and disillusionment within the party. The coming weeks will be critical for Schumer. He will need to effectively address the concerns of his own party and demonstrate a clear path forward that can restore confidence and unity within the Democratic ranks. Failure to do so could significantly damage the party's prospects in the upcoming midterm elections and beyond, casting a long shadow over its future. The crisis unfolding within the Democratic Party highlights the deep divisions within the party and the challenges facing its leadership in navigating the increasingly polarized political landscape. The fallout from this decision will undoubtedly continue to shape the political narrative for months to come.